In geographical terms, Guyana is part of South America. But the old British colony has always looked north, towards the Caribbean, which is why its football team belongs to CONCACAF. But the Golden Jaguars, as they're known, have never left much of an impression in the football world. Ranked 122nd, their only recent high point came in reaching the finals of the Caribbean Cup in 2007. Cricket is most definitely king here. Despite that, the national squad has a fair few members who play professionally in Trinidad and Tobago, Canada and the USA, while most of the rest still line up in the amateur domestic league. However, a number of talented players have Guyanese roots. One such is Dwayne De Rosario, one of the biggest stars in Major League Soccer. He plays for the Canadian national team simply because there was no easy way for him to play for Guyana. It's generally recognised that Guyanese football has potential, which might be unlocked with the correct assistance.
The reason Guyana are perhaps not quite where they should be yet, infrastructure. The talent's there, you know, the physical, the technical attributes are definitely there. Maybe the social and psychological attributes need to be worked on a bit. And there's never been a platform to take the talent from A to B, B being, you know, the professional game. We hope to think that over the last couple of years, my company, and as well in association with the Guyana Football Federation and others around, are helping to bridge that gap.
As the Federation is eager to promote Guyanese football, it teamed up with Faisal Khan's English-based company in order to allow the Golden Jaguars to undertake their first ever tour of England. The development of the game in Guyana is a big task, requiring input from government as well as the private sector. Khan's brainchild was to stage a match in London between the Guyana All-Stars and Cray Wanderers.
It's been a challenge on all fronts, from visas to selections to injuries, but again, that's football. That's football. It's happening now. This is a dream come true for me as well as the whole Guyanese community. You know, when I was a kid, I dreamt about, I wonder if Guyana will ever have the opportunity to play in London, England, for that matter. I wonder if Guyana will ever have players that will be on the computer games. Today, those dreams have come true. We've still got the dream that a Guyanese player will play in the English Premier League and Guyana will qualify for the World Cup, and I won't rest easy until those two happen.
Guyana's opponents, Cray Wanderers, are the second oldest football team in the world and the oldest in London. They hosted the game as part of their 150th anniversary celebrations. The anniversary happens to coincide with the ones playing at the highest level in the club's history, England's 7th-tier Ryman League. Gary Hillman is chairman.
I've got a relationship with Faisal, and I know he's always very keen to bring the Guyana team over to London, and saying it's our 150-year anniversary. We wanted to mark it with a few big games this year, and obviously I don't think you can get much bigger than to play in an international team. So Faisal managed to pull it off, and we're here and playing, ready to go. We've got a good team out this year and good players. We've been good in pre-season. We won the world's oldest tournament 2 weeks ago. So yeah, so we're all really fired up for it, and we'd like to beat an international team. It's not many times you can say you beat an international team, but we know it's not going to be easy.
Guyana is following in the footsteps of Trinidad and Tobago and Jamaica, who played games in the UK in order to look at local players who might bolster their squads. The All-Stars team was made up of players based in England, Trinidad and Tobago, Guyana and the USA. It included ex-Bolton Wanderers striker Ricky Shakes, whose father was born in Guyana and who thus became the first ever English-based professional to represent the nation. Sean Beverny, who plays in Trinidad, was also making an appearance, ironically against his old club. John Paul Rodriguez, meanwhile, usually plays his football in Miami.
First of all, to play with the national team, it's definitely an honor, you know, to represent your country, or any country for that matter. So I'm always, you know, very excited when I get called in. And growing up as a young boy, I always dreamed of playing over here in England. You know, it's to me, it's the Premier League, top league in the world, and just great football here. You know, everybody loves the game, and any chance I could ever have to play over here, you know, I'll take it in a heartbeat.
With nearly 500 fans present, there was a carnival atmosphere, and it was Cray who took the lead after only 4 minutes. John Guest, the scorer. It looked like that might be enough until Guyanese pressure was finally rewarded in the 75th minute. Sean Cameron of Miami FC levelling the scores. The game went into extra time, but there were no further goals, so a penalty shootout was required. The Ones held their nerve to win 4-3. Cray Wanderers' first ever match against a full international side had ended in triumph, but at least Guyana had won the hearts of the supporters. Legendary former West Indies cricket captain Clive Lloyd, whose son Jason was in goal for Guyana, was on hand to present the trophy. It would seem there are many more players with a Guyanese background playing in England's professional ranks. They include Leon Court of Burnley, West Bromwich Albion's Jerome Thomas, and Aston Villa midfielder Fabian Delph. And all have expressed interest in representing the country their parents' birth. After all, if both Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago can reach the FIFA World Cup, then why not Guyana?